What's up, guys? Love to hear with your daily sports betting picks for Monday, August 23rd. Coming off a good week, but imagine if we didn't start the week off with the worst single day of the season, losing 5 units on that one Monday. I'm still disgusted by that, I can't lie. But the key is to not let those bad days affect your next plays. We stick to the script and battle back, and we recovered and came up almost 8.5 units after that Monday debacle. But it works both ways. Just like after bad days, we want to regroup and not panic or switch up. The same goes for good days or good weeks. We don't want to start feeling ourselves and firing off plays like crazy. Win or lose, we stay the same, never too high, never too low. Now, for today, we have a small board. There's only 7 games, actually 6 games now. Red Sox and Rangers just started. And I do have one play today. But some of you might be thinking, why is the video so long or longer than normal? Well, it's because I want to do a quick cover of the playoff picture for this season. MLB switched up the format last year, expanding the playoffs to 16 teams. This year, it's back to 10 teams. So I just want to explain how the playoffs work this year, who gets in, and kind of what it looks like currently. So how it works is 5 teams will make the playoffs from the National League, and 5 from the American League. If we look here at the American League standings, the 5 teams will include the 3 division winners, which right now are pretty much locked in. Tampa Bay, Chi Sox, and Astros are basically in the playoffs as the division winners. So that's 3 teams. The next 2 teams would be whoever has the best record outside of the 3 division winners. Those 2 teams will play in a wild card game, and as of now, the wild card race is between the Yankees, Red Sox, and Oakland. I guess you could throw in Seattle too there. They're not too far back. But the wild card game is basically like a play-in game to the playoffs because the winner of the wild card game will play the team with the best regular season record, which if the season ended today, it would be the Devil Rays. Now let's take a look at the National League playoff picture. So we got the 3 division winners. They're going to automatically be in, and as of right now, those 3 teams would be the Braves, Brewers, and Giants. Now for the wild card, it'd be the next 2 teams with the best record for the wild card play-in game. The Dodgers basically have one of the wild card spots locked up, and it's a race for the second spot between the Reds and Padres. So really the Reds and Padres are fighting to see who will play the Dodgers in the wild card play-in game. Now the reason I wanted to go over this is because at this point in the year, motivation for teams is huge. We're going to have matchups where one team is, desperate for a win, playing a team who's thrown in the towel and couldn't care less. So it's good to know how the playoff picture looks, who's fighting and who's kind of packed it in. The teams fighting for playoff spots are less likely to sit guys or, give key players the day off for rest, while teams who are out of the playoffs we'll start bringing up minor leaguers and playing younger players, maybe start tinkering with lineups. So motivation in general is extremely tough to quantify or to predict in sports betting, but teams trying to make the playoffs should be more motivated than teams who are out of it. Now with that out of the way, let's get into today's play. And we're looking at the 9:40 late game, Seattle versus Oakland. These are 2 teams battling for a wild card spot. Mariners are going to send out the lefty Marco Gonzalez, and the A's will give the righty Paul Blackburn a spot start as he's not a normal rotation guy. And I'm looking towards the over in this one. I bet over 8.5, and I'm laying -120, which I'm okay with laying juice around that key number of 9. Remember, we always want to try to be on the right side of 9. If we're betting under, we want 9.5. And we'll pay up to -120, or in some cases even -125. If we're looking to bet the over, we want 8.5, and we'll pay juice there as well. Now, normally I am cautious about betting overs at Oakland Coliseum because it's more of a pitcher's park, but wind's blowing out a decent amount, so I feel like that kind of cancels it out a little bit. We have 2 pitchers that are very hittable. If we look at Marco Gonzalez's season-long numbers, he's not been good. He's allowing almost 2 home runs per 9 innings. His xFIP and Sierra is close to 5. But what I really noticed here is his expected ERA of 5.73. This is important because as bad as his numbers are, they should actually be worse than they are. In his last 8 starts, he's faced the Texas Rangers 4 times, which is going to help anyone's numbers. But he still ranks in the bottom league among pitchers with over 60 innings pitched. He barely reaches 90 on the radar gun with his fastball. This is going to be his third time he's faced the Oakland lineup. And Oakland hits lefties pretty good. So we can't really talk too much about Oakland starter Paul Blackburn because he's only had one start this year, and it was against the White Sox, who hit him hard. Blackburn just did a stint in the minor league, and his numbers aren't great. Any legit starter in the majors should be able to have a decent strikeout rate in the minors, but Blackburn is more of a fill-in guy, which is exactly what he's doing today. I think both offenses are ahead of both pitchers here, and I think we see some runs. So let's go over the 8.5 for 1 unit. And for any of the soccer guys watching, I do have a play in the EPL. It starts at 3 p.m. West Ham versus Leicester, over 2.5. Now, I don't know anything about soccer, but I have some sources who both bet this one over. So I figured just to pass it along. I bet it myself, but that's going to do it for me today. Small board, not much going on, but gives me some time to put towards football work, which is good. Hope you guys sweep today, and until next time, good luck with all your bets. And as always, may all the umps calls go your